here are my ultimate 4 amazing newborn toys that you actually need. Don't need anything else other than just 4 different things that I would recommend as a pediatric occupational therapist. Now, before we get into the toys and we get into the whole subject of development, now from 0 to 3 months old, it's very important to know that your babies ultimately want to see are faces. So you are going to be the number 1 toy. So make sure that you know this. Now from 0 to 3 months old, it's very important to know that newborn babies are very attracted to faces, and they typically have a better, clearer vision between 8 to 12 inches, which is how we are carrying them. So faces are very important for newborn babies because they get to register the way that you're gesturing, because they have those mirror motor neurons that you could notice and tell because they imitate everything that you do when it comes to sticking out your tongue or even just opening up your mouth. And they end up imitating all these different things too. Now, despite a newborn baby not doing so much, quote unquote, so much, because there are so many millions of neuronal connections that are happening with newborn babies from 0 to 3 months of age. And yes, typically they are mostly in that sleeping state, but when they are in that quiet alert state, meaning they are looking around intently and they're very quiet, they are making thousands of neuronal connections in the brain, and this is wonderful. This is great. So not only is your face a wonderful toy for these 0 to 3 month olds, black and white pictures are also wonderful because you could have them track from left to right or right to left, or any type of contrasting color because you're working on strengthening of the eyes. These type of rattles here are wonderful because they are that contrasting color, they are black and white, and even red. That's totally fine, and it's very understandable that you can utilize these type of rattles or even black and white pictures and cards, as you can tell here. My second favorite toy are mirrors. Mirrors are wonderful because when you're actually doing tummy time or when you are doing any type of play, the baby can look at your face through the mirror when you're doing the tummy time, or they could even look at their own reflection even when they're on their back. Again, tracking is number 1 when it comes to a newborn baby, because later on they're going to be utilizing the eyes and the tracking for hand-eye coordination later on when they end up grasping for objects, when they end up also looking at their feet, when they end up looking and tracking different objects as well too. So it's wonderful from 0 to 3 months to also get a mirror, because they will also look at their own gestures, and they will also look at their wonderful face and their eyes and their smiles, and how they're opening up their mouth and their tongue and that kind of thing. And lastly, the number 1 thing that I really love and recommend, and I also got for my newborn babies, and that I also got for my 2 little ones when they were newborns, it was a jungle gym. So it could be anything that's minimalistic, anything that you feel like, for example, the Love Every jungle gym, those are wonderful, or even a wonderful colorful jungle gym as well too. That's totally fine, because they are usually either on their back or on their tummy or even on their side, where they can go ahead and lay down on this particular mat. So a jungle gym is wonderful because they have dangling toys where they could observe and also track. And my other favorite toy is a mat. So mats are wonderful because you can go ahead and place toys. You can place a boppy pillow when you're doing tummy time with these babies, or you could even do a rolled up blanket on these particular mats. Now, when it comes to certain jungle gyms and they end up having the blanket, sometimes they could be a little too slippery. So having a mat for that nice friction when it comes to tummy time can be a little helpful when you need to place those arms underneath the chest. Mats are great, and this is a particular mat that I love that I also highly recommend. I will go ahead and place all the links down at the bottom here so you could check it out. Some of them are on my Amazon storefront page, so you could check those out. And these are wonderful gifts too for new moms and new parents to be. So check them out, and hopefully you guys can get them and share the knowledge as well too when it comes to this video. Like my video and hit the notification bell if you would really like to see other types of videos as well like this. And we will see you in the next video. Check out my next video as I will recommend more toys for 3 to 6 month olds.